Hey ladies, welcome back to this channel. Today we're going to be talking about why it's important to live a private life, to keep things private, and how it leads to a more successful life. The first reason is to protect your plans and your future dreams. Proverbs 29:11 teaches us that a fool utters his mind at all times, but a wise man keeps it in until afterwards. Unnecessarily share your goals, your plans, your aspirations with people does no good, but leave the plans exposed to the enemy and exposed to more spiritual attacks and things like that. You've probably heard people by now, people are starting to catch on and realize that the more that they've shared things with people, the less that those things happen, because it's actually a thing, right? So it is so important to speak wisely, to speak with discretion, and be mindful of what you share with people. Like, it's much better to work on your goals, on your dreams. Just work, build in silence. You don't have to share it before it happens. Just work on them and then let your results speak for itself. The second thing that, keeping silence or have knowing the power of silence does is that it actually helps you to grow spiritually, as James 1:9 tells us to be quick to listen and slow to speak. As a woman, it is important to not be somebody who is a busybody or who is just somebody who talks a lot, talks all the time. This means don't be somebody who overshares things, even to strangers, even to people who are not even close to you, or even to people who they're not going to add value to what you are even sharing. So it is wisdom, and also is a practice of self-control when you don't overshare things. The next benefit of keeping or knowing the power of silence is literally, it will help you to protect your early victories and your breakthroughs. When David was announced king in the Bible, he wasn't over announcing it or just showing off to people, just telling people unnecessarily. You have to know that there is a time and place where you have to protect what God has done in your life. Yes, there will come a time where you will testify, where you will share the good news with people, but you don't have to rush to share things with people. You don't have to rush to, just tell people of all the blessings or things that God is doing in your life, because at the end of the day, you don't want to expose these things prematurely to the wrong hands, to the wrong ears, and to the enemy. And honestly, a lot of times, unnecessarily attention is actually not good. Another thing that, the practice of the power of silence will do in your life is it helps you to actually maintain the secret of your relationship with God. And what I'm trying to say is like, how the Bible talks about there being a secret place. And in the secret place of prayer, there are times where God will reveal things to you, and sometimes this is for personal edification, this is to warn you personally, this is to show you things personally, encounters that don't have to be shared with other people. God will lead you to the things that you should say to people, that you should share with people, but many of those other things are literally between you and God. So all in all, the point of everything that I'm sharing is don't over talk, don't overshare. Be wise, be discreet, and have self-control in your conversations with people. It is wise to know and have things that you keep to yourself. Be so busy working on your dreams, your goals, your purpose, that you don't have time to be oversharing things with people before it is their time of being born or being released on earth. And remember that the enemy cannot read our minds, right? He is very cunning, and most times he will depend on the things that you share with people to actually see or know how he can have access to your God's plans for you, or look for weaknesses in your life as well. So be very, very mindful, and know that you do have your roles to play when it comes to the manifestation of God's promises on your life. And God also requires, when the angel told Mary that she was going to give birth to Jesus, she didn't go about announcing it. The Bible says she pondered upon these things in her heart. She kept it to herself, right? Keep it to yourself while you're working on these things with God, and in due time, when it's time to share, then it will be time to share. So I pray that this video has helped you. Please bear these things in mind this year in 2024. It will literally be a game changer for you. Build in silence, work in silence, be hardworking, and don't focus on looking for validation from people when you share these things with them. Thank you for watching, and subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.